Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Some people, they go and talk about topics which they don't understand. And this reminds me, or what reminded me of this, is what has been occurring on the last week or so of the big attack on Uthman al-Khamis regarding what he said about the group of Hamas and the huge attack which is on him. Now, of course, my views on Uthman al-Khamis are known, and his views on us is known, and I'm not going to talk about this, but what I'm talking about here is what he said about that group. So the first thing is that without a doubt what he said is correct, and we have been saying this for a long time, since it started, even though I don't agree with what he said in the beginning, طيب. But now when they solved the issue, or you could say like they stopped the war, he went and he said that they have issues in Aqidah and so طيب. And this has been known, and they have not been trying to hide this as well. And what our mashayikh said, as example, Sheikh Muhammad, what he said when some of those of the leaders of Hamas died, is known, and that's not what I want to talk about here. What I want to talk about here is the huge attack which has been occurring on Uthman al-Khamis, because he said this, and which also includes the attack which occurred on Sheikh Muhammad when he spoke about As-Sinwar and so. So you recall when Sheikh Muhammad talked about As-Sinwar, and I don't know the names honestly of the leaders, all of them, but when Al Jazeera and so, when they attacked the Sheikh, and now everyone is attacking Uthman Khamis, and I will mention some of the names which in the end, inshallah ta'ala, but I want to talk about this on English, because I feel that not a lot of people have been speaking about this on English and clarifying the correct view on this. So as I said, I agree with Al-Khamis on this, but what I want to talk about here is the fact that people have been attacking him for something which he said which is true, and some people, they went to the extent to make takfir of him, whether that is the direct or not, like that Egyptian guy, Al-Sharif, who went and he made a video with the ma'azif in the background and so on to attack Uthman al-Khamis, and he did like AI drawings of Uthman al-Khamis, which is from the Kabair, because you're doing like the khalq of Allah, but that's not the topic here, right? My topic here is, why did they attack Uthman al-Khamis on this, when this has been known since the beginning that he was against the Aqidah of Hamas. And the reason is that these people have they don't have knowledge in Aqidah. Of course they know Allah and so on, but they don't know with the tafasil, يعني with the tabdi' and the takfir and so on, these things, they don't understand this. They have not read the books of the Salaf to see how the Salaf would act with those who were not on the correct, with those who were not on the correct aqidah of Islam. So when we see how people deal with that group now, because they don't know how to deal with the ones who have mistakes or have deviant things in aqidah. And as an example, here, as I said, I don't want to focus a lot on this one example. I want more to speak about a general idea. But this is that you'll find a lot of the people who are, from the Amma, they have not read any books and knowledge, they are not scholars, they're not students. Maybe they will go and sit in a class in their mosque for a small amount of time, and that's like the limit of the knowledge which they have, right? So that's not what I want to talk about here. What I want to talk about here is that those people go and they get involved in things which there are not, which are, let's say, above their pay grade, because they don't understand these things. So as an example, if I'm sick, okay, لا قدر الله, and I want to go to a doctor, and the doctor, I go to a doctor who studied and who has been in this job for years, and he tells me, you need to take this and this, and then inshallah it will go, right? And then some kid on the street comes and tells me, wallahi, what this doctor is saying is completely not true, and this what he gave you is a poison and so on, and don't do it. Who would you listen to? The kid or the doctor? Of course the doctor. Like, why? Because the doctor studied this and he's been doing that for years and so on, the medicine, so of course you would trust the doctor. Like, why did that kid speak? This kid, he just because he wants to just speak and so on, he said a thing which is not correct because he doesn't understand it. He has not studied this topic. He does not understand these things. So when he speaks in this topic, of course he will not come to a correct conclusion, because he does not, as we said, understand these things. So this is the exact same thing. When you are speaking about the tabdi' and the takfir and so on, and these things, and you have not even read one tafsir or one of the small of the mutun in aqidah, like thalathat al-usul or so, then this is extremely too far above the pay grade of yours, because this is not at all the place, or you are not in a position to speak about this. And speaking about this in that position, without a doubt, will lead to extreme catastrophes in that which you say. And the example here which we have, which reminded me of speaking about this topic, is a perfect example of this. So let's clarify what occurred. Uthman al-Khamis طيب said that this group, the Hamas, that they have problems in their aqidah, in that they're from the Ikhwan, that they said some things in the past which completely go against Islam and so on. طيب. And because of that, people now, of course, those who, the Muslims, of course, they see that the Jews, they kill the Muslims and so on, and they took our land and these things, so they hate the Jews. طيب. Now some group comes and they fight that group. Okay, good. So now we have an idea, or those people, they have an idea that anyone who goes and fights that group is good. But this is not the case. This doesn't have to be the case, because now you made the only condition for someone to be good is that he fights the Jews, and not that he follows the correct aqidah and so on. And that's why we have seen that the aqidah of the Ikhwan spread, or the manhaj of the Ikhwan, or that we have seen that the manhaj of that we love the Shia and so on, which is a part of the manhaj of the Ikhwan, right? That is the core of why those beliefs spread, because the people, they removed the wala and the bara on the basis of the aqidah of Islam, and they put it based on the fact if you fight a certain group or not. So in Islam, our belief is that we have the wala and the bara on the deen. So we have complete the wala, which is that the love and the allegiance to the Muslims, and we have a partial bara'a to the fusaq, those who sin clearly, those who smoke, don't fast in Ramadan, those who listen to music, those who do the zina, those who drink the khamr, and so on. Those people, we have a partial bara'a from them because of these sins. And then we have a complete bara'a from the kuffar. This is the base of this aqidah, which is the tawheed. So you do the wala and the bara on the tawheed, and not on if you fight this group or so. And wallahi, those people who went to takfir Uthman al-Khamis because he said that a group has wrong beliefs, wallahi, I fear that these people, if a group of the Nasara would come and fight the Jews, they would takfir you for takfiring the Nasara who fight the Jews. And for us, the Jews and the Nasara, the Christians and the Malahida, the Buddhists and so on, they are kuffar. طيب. Allah musta'an. So all that I want the one who listens to this to understand are 2 points. The first thing is, don't get involved in things that are not your business, or that are above your pay grade. And the second thing is that we need to revive the aqidah of al-wala wal-bara. And so many times people come and ask the mashayikh, or ask me even, can I have a friend who is a Shia? Can I have a friend who is a Christian or so? And wallahi al-azim, being without friends is so many times better than having a friend who just smokes, even if he has the tawheed. Because you don't know how this friend will affect you. And there are a lot of ahadith on this. And the same thing is with those who defend the scholars of the Jahmiyyah, and say that, which is going back to the first point where I said that we disagree with Uthman al-Khamis on big issues, and but as an example, when Uthman al-Khamis, he said that if you make takfir of the scholar of the Jahmiyyah, then you're a kafir. What is this? This is the exact same thing. So now the wala and the bara became, it went from being on the tawheed to that we have the bara from the one who takfirs the mushrik. Allahumma barak. طيب. So Allah understand. As I said, this is all that you need to take away from this is that number one, don't go into things which are above your pay grade, and the wala and the bara. And I didn't bring any ayat, any ahadith here to keep it short. But there are tons of ayat, tons of athar, like in the first page of Al-Hajj, the first page of Ghafir, tons of athar and ahadith in Al-Ibana, and in Al-Bukhari as well, and in Abu Dawood and so on the fact that the danger when you speak without knowledge. And so you have for al-wala wal-bara, surah al-mujadila, or no, al-mumtahina, and the end of al-mujadila, and at-tawbah, in I think page, in the 6th page of at-tawbah, I think, قل إن كان آباؤكم, that ayah, right? So go back to those things if you want the adilla and so on. What I'm saying, go to the tafsir of those ayat, go to tafsir al-Tabari, read in tafsir al-Tabari, read in because this is an English audience, I would say go and read in tafsir al-Sa'di, tafsir ibn Kathir, and so, because those are translated, right? So Allah understand. Wassalamu alaikum. I wanted to add another small thing, which is one of the main things that I also wanted to speak about here, is that when you see that someone says something, you need to say, why did he say it? As an example, in Islam, there's a difference. If I say person so and so is a mubtada or a fasiq or a kafir, just يعني out of my desire to say that, or my hate for that person, this would be from the kaba'ir. يعني if we speak about the takfir, right? So if I wake up one morning and I say, Wallahi, I don't like this guy, so he's a kafir. This would be from the kaba'ir, right? However, if I say he is a kafir because he fell into shirk, he did istighatha, and so on, so يعني anything which is which takes the one who does it outside of the fold of Islam, and he did not actually say that. Here, the reason I made takfir of him is not the same as the reason for the one who just made takfir of him because he doesn't, because he's not his friend or so. Right? Even if it's the exact same person. So the exact same person. Let's say he committed shirk. So I go to him and say, you are a mushrik, a kafir. Yeah, of course, I'm not saying that you should go and do that, but I'm saying, if you make takfir of someone because you see that he fell into shirk, if you make takfir of someone because you see that he fell into shirk, he fell into kufr, and that thing which you think he fell into actually is shirk, then you're okay. But if someone comes and says that exact same person is a kafir because of some random reason which is not shirk, as I said, that someone, he's not his friend or so, he just says that he's a kafir, then this, as we said, is from the major sins, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man qala li akhihi ya kafir, faqad ba'a biha ahaduhum." طيب. So this is the exact same thing here. When we see, as example now, Uthman al-Khamis, he said that Hamas are not good because he has a reason, because they have issues in aqidah, because they, and so on. And as I said, this is not, this clip is not, the idea of this clip is not to say, to discuss that. As I said, this should just be an example here. But here we need to see, why did he say that? Did he say that because he doesn't support the fact that they fight the Jews? Then of course this would be a big issue. Did he say that because he's not friends with them? This would be an issue as well, because you are putting a ruling, this is illegal, a ruling in the Sharia, like the rulings of the takfir of that you call someone a kafir, or that you call someone a fasiq, or a mubtadi'. These are all ahkam. So you have a reason to call a certain person with these ahkam. So if you come and you call a person with these ahkam for a wrong reason, then that is when you fall into sin, and you fall into big problems, So that's what I'm trying to say here, is that we need to look, why did the one who spoke against this group, why did he speak against them? Did he speak against them out of, so, as we said, and this is the exact same thing when we have those who defend the Jahmiyyah, or the scholars of the Jahmiyyah, right? they come and say, Wallahi al-Azim, يعني, you know, this guy, he makes takfir of Al-Imam al-Nawawi, who wrote ايش اسمه Riyadh al-Salihin and Al-Majmu' and so on. So they will come and say, you know, this guy is he wants to destroy Islam and so on. But here, as we said, we have to look, why did he say this? Why did he put this legal ruling of takfir on this person? Because he sees that he fell into kufr. He, you know, and again, this is not the place where we want to speak about this. But if I go and say that this person is a kafir because he denied the sifat, he did istighatha with the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam or so, then of course we cannot say that he wants to destroy Islam or so, because he takfired him, because in fact this is a form of protecting the religion when you say or when you clarify those who deviate in the religion and those who spread their issues in Aqidah and so on. You need to clarify those to the people so that the people don't fall into that. This is exactly what Shaykh Muhammad did with Al-Nawawi, what Uthman al-Khamis did here on Hamas and so on. So again, in short, three things to take away from this clip. Number one, as we said, don't speak about things which are not in your pay grade. Number two, al-wala wal-bara. Number three, please, billahi alaykum, look at, before you judge someone for putting a ruling on a person, look at why he did that. If we fulfill these three things, inshallah ta'ala, this will solve a lot of our issues. بإذن الله تعالى. وجزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.